Hi everyone, welcome to the show. This is the final Bosman. Look at this, it's studio we're in today. This is actually just a conference room, but it has a window, so at least there's that. This is actually going to be a mini Bosman today because the big reveal of the Xbox One just happened, and so we kind of don't have a lot of time to edit or write an episode. So what I have today are my 3 big takeaways from the Xbox reveal, so let's get started. Takeaway number 1, there was no gameplay. So Microsoft had 1 hour to show off their next generation Xbox, which I presumed would be a video game console, and I think what we saw today was mostly an entertainment console. They did not show any games until 37 minutes into the presentation. Any games that were shown was mostly probably in engine. I won't say they weren't in engine, but they weren't somebody playing a game. It wasn't a demonstration of what the game will be like. If you watch a montage of EA Sports people running around, that's not the perspective we're gonna be playing those games in. I don't care what RG3's eyelids look like. Eric Hirschberg came out to give us the gameplay premiere of Call of Duty Ghost, and it included no gameplay. Here is the entirety of what appears to be from the first-person perspective from that gameplay reveal. Oh, there it was. That was it. That was the gameplay from the gameplay trailer. Here's my definition of what gameplay is. It's gameplay. It's playing a game, and none of that existed once in that entire 1 hour presentation, which is alarming. And I don't think that's an oversight. I think that it's a sign of what Microsoft cares about in terms of this Xbox One. Takeaway number 2, the applause was weird. Let me just preface this by saying that I think that all applause is inherently weird. It's a strange thing that human beings clap hands when we like something. But you know, sometimes a video game announcement will make us so excited that we do clap our hands or shout or yell or cry if it's a Zelda game. But today, there was some applause that felt manufactured. It felt unearned. For example, let's just look at the kind of reaction it got when Microsoft was showing off how fast programs could switch in between each other.
Yes, that fast. Did you see how instant that was? Come on, it was so good. Let's see it again.
Now, I think this feature is cool and it was impressive, but I can't understand any human being who watches that happen and says, whoa, 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 whoa. And here's the reaction that the audience had when Microsoft was simply showing off some controllers.
Lag-free, instant, and complete experience.
It seems like someone needed to start this. Someone heard the silence and assumed that maybe we should start shouting now. And now look at the reaction that EA Sports got when they were showing off the first games ever shown for the Xbox One.
EA Sports, it's in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's sort of tepid, right? There's sort of no reaction to actual games being shown as opposed to windows moving between each other quickly. I'm not going to accuse Microsoft of hiring shouters and screamers, but it does kind of seem like in the audience there were some Microsoft employees who were maybe a little over-enthusiastic about their product, or maybe Microsoft is just a little out of touch with what the people who are watching this event are actually excited about. Maybe they don't know the types of announcements and moments that actually do get us to naturally applause and shout and cry. And finally, takeaway number 3, well, they showed the console. So this is my one point of positivity. Let me explain why that exists. Is I learned a lesson when I did the PlayStation takeaways from their console reveal, is that you can't walk away from one of these things and be completely negative about it, because I mean that was a pretty cool thing that happened today. Here's the thing, have you ever seen a movie with a group of friends and you're walking out of the theater on a kind of a high because you really liked it, but then all of your friends are kind of dragging you down because they can't stop talking about the stupid things that they hated about it. That's sort of who I was about the PlayStation takeaways, because I was disappointed, but I don't want to ruin anyone's excitement about it. These are exciting things. If you liked that Xbox event, you're not stupid. There was some cool stuff happening there. And they spent 2 minutes in the opening of the show just sexy shots of that big, huge, chunky black box that the Xbox One turned out to be. I like the name Xbox One. I think it's sort of an exciting thing, and I like the idea of just a huge video game console sitting there. Human brains are dumb. We like the idea of a big thing being more powerful. If the Xbox One were this big, we'd be like, is it really as powerful as it can be? But if it's as huge as our TV stands are, we're gonna be like, yes, there's nothing better than this. There's nothing, this got most gigabytes of RAM ever. Anyway, I really liked that, and it sort of leads into what I wanted to do at the end of the show, is kind of a report on how Microsoft did with my list of do's and don'ts. My first one was do show the console. That's a check. You certainly did check that one off, Microsoft. Great job. Thank you for doing that, for me at least. My next don't was don't bring the kids out. Also, yeah, that's a check. A good job not showing kids on stage. Kind of a creepy, bad child actor in Quantum Break cutscenes. Do you think those are the cutscenes for the whole game? Like you beat a level and then suddenly you're back in this weird TV world? Because if so, that's gonna be a little rough. I also suggested do be very clear about online requirements. Big no. Microsoft, why did you not do that? Since the event ended, there's just been bad news upon bad news piling up. I'm not going to address most of it because a lot of it is unconfirmed stuff and scary stuff. I just want to talk about this event, but this was clearly a big misstep because there's just bad news spreading like wildfire now, and it's kind of diminishing any momentum you may have had ending that event and choosing not to acknowledge any of it. I said, don't be afraid to use nostalgia. Apparently you were afraid to use nostalgia. Very little fun, hey, do you remember this from the Xbox? Do you remember this from the Xbox 360? Lots of just, here's what's new. Here's your new experiences. Here's your new this, new that. There's a big no there. I said, do use the thesaurus. Specifically, please stop saying the words experience and content. Let's see how they did with that.
I can still browse the great content I've come to love on Xbox.
All downloadable content,
New content,
enjoying different types of content,
exclusive content,
new interactive content,
New content, original content. Your content is available and it's stored in the cloud. Dominate human experience.
It's an amazing experience.
Web-powered applications and experiences. To control your entire TV experience. Companion experience.
Enhance the experience.
And apply it to your entire TV experience.
to create experiences,
First ever game experience.
harmonizing your experiences.
And complete experience. Let's talk about the experiences enabled with all that power. All new experiences.
New first ever experience.
A new next generation Call of Duty experience.
Shape your experience.
Best shared communication experience in the living room.
It's Skype experiences in widescreen HD.
Connected experiences.
You're going to experience a new generation of gaming.
Enables the new experiences that you just saw.
It's a new dynamic experience for the player.
Control your experience.
Viewing experience.
To reinvent the experience that we deliver.
Entertainment experience.
The new experiences.
That experience.
The television viewing experience.
Xbox Live experience.
TV experiences,
Work together to create all new experiences.
to show some of the new experiences you'll find only on Xbox One. This partnership will redefine NFL experiences for the fan through exclusive and interactive content.
Why? Why do you insist on using the word experience so much? There are so many other words and so much more specific words. And I'm so nervous about whatever that generic content was for the #1 mode of the #1 game in the world. What is it? What is that exclusive content? Do you know? This is what's important to me. Do you know what that content is right now? And finally, I suggested don't blow it all at once. And Microsoft, you certainly did not blow it all at once. That's a check. Hopefully, Microsoft, there is a lot that you are planning to show at E3, including some of these mysterious 8 new IPs of 15 games that you've promised within the next year of the Xbox launching. Just to anyone who I think has followed video games for a long time, it is extremely unlikely that all 15 of those games will come out in 1 year. It's a very nice promise, and I appreciate that they're dedicating themselves to new IP, but don't count on all of those in 1 year. That's a little absurd almost. Anyway, that is the show. Thank you for watching. I will be here next Wednesday with a whole new episode. You can follow me at Kyle Bosman if you like Twitter. That was it. That was quite the day. That was quite the console reveal. The Xbox One is a thing. And I guess for the next few days, all we can do is heed the wise words of Shinji Hashimoto, who once said, "Please be excited for E3." We did not see 2 seconds of gameplay in this entire 1-hour presentation. But you know what we did see? We saw this scenario where you are watching Star Trek and you're thinking, oh, you know what I should do? I should get movie tickets for the second movie. Hey, Xbox, show me some movie times for the sequel to this movie I'm watching right now. And then it shrinks the movie you're watching right now and opens up another little bubble. Hey, if you think that's appealing, you should not be catered to because you're a big dummy. Use your phone or your laptop, or pause the movie you're watching, or wait at least until the scene is over because that is one of the best parts of that movie. You should not be catered to. What are you doing? Who are you? Who wants this? Press pause for 1 second and then order movie tickets if you have to. If you cannot finish the movie you're watching right now before you get tickets to the sequel of that movie. I'm getting really worked up about this. We have to move on. Ugh.